dug ourselves in an early hole, climbed out of it, and then we didn't close the ball game out, and that's disappointing. And you know, we all share in it. Offense, defense, special teams, players, coaches, we share in those wins, we share in those losses, so it's disappointing. But you know, I was obviously pleased with how we fought out of it. But we can't turn the ball over. That's continuing to hurt us. So we got to find ways to not turn it over. And, you know, after early in the game, defense really settled in, but ultimately just didn't get the job done, and it's frustrating. But we'll learn from it, and then we're moving on and got one at home next week. With that, I'll take any questions.
Kevin, coming out of the timeout on the final drive, you guys had run the ball well.
Mm-hmm.
What was the thinking throwing the ball in that situation?
Yeah, you know, obviously with the interception, you know, with the outcome, you're always thinking, what can you do differently? You know, we can't. We had options there. Certainly you can run it, certainly you can pass it, but you know, the result was that was tough.
We didn't see because the ball went off the helmet, but what were you trying to get there? What would you do?
It was a quick game play. I have to look at it, but I mean, it was a quick play.
Well, why would, with Walker turning the ball over every game, why not put the game in your defense, punt if you could stop it?
Yeah, definitely was a consideration. You know, there's going to be plays that you want back. Obviously, you know, you're also looking to try to give your guys the best chance to go make a play.
Can you just talk about, you know, PJ made some huge plays in the game, obviously, but also turned the ball over. So can you just talk about sort of the ups and downs of the PJ experience?
Yeah, you know, obviously some good moments, but you know, ultimately we got to take better care of the football. He knows that. But you know, as a team, as an offense, fought, just didn't make enough plays at the end.
Kevin, you mentioned your defense playing so well early. What do you think went wrong on that last possession?
Yeah, I'd have to look at it. They made a few plays, maybe didn't tackle great, but I'd have to look at it. And you know, that's where I say, you know, you know it's going to be a close game. You know it's the NFL. It's going to be a close one, and it's just disappointing that we can't close it or didn't close it out. But that's all of us.
And were there a lot of adjustments made? I mean, they scored on the first two drives, right, touchdowns, and then I think it's 3 points after that. So what changed for that middle couple of quarters?
Yeah, I felt like we were, you know, staying ahead of the down, staying ahead of the chains, and getting them into some longer third downs. I think was the key.
Well, how did you think the offensive line in particular handled the noise? You know, we had 2 penalties.
Yeah, I had a couple penalties. I can think of the one coming out of the halftime. Yeah, I thought we practiced hard at it. I thought the operation by and large was pretty good. Had a couple different guys in there at times along the offensive line.
Yeah, but does this feel like a missed opportunity, considering the way your defense dominated for such a long point in the game, considering the way, you know, you guys made plays and manufactured points offensively in this environment?
They're all, honestly, Jake, they're all disappointing. They all sting. But bottom line is, number one, we'll share in it, and then we'll let it go.
You had a 4th and 4, I think it was early in the 4th on the 40. What went into the decision to punt there, given, I mean, I know Dustin made a 58-yarder last week.
Yeah, defense was playing well. You know, I think the second half, like we talked about, so that was really fun.
Did you get an explanation on what Njoku thought was a catch on that second interception?
The one thing, and I don't know what was exact, I didn't see the great replay shot of it, but they did make note that if the first touch is on the ball, that's going to rule him down. So you can't, person's on the ground, you can't knock the ball out, because that once you touch the ball, he's down.
Well, did you call timeout to discuss that play, or just to?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about a bunch of different options there.
Looked like Zadarius went in for X-rays. Do you know what's going on with him?
I don't, not yet.
And Dewan?
Shoulder injury, we'll get MRI tomorrow.
Kevin, is there anything that you can say about Deshaun Watson's chances of, you know, practicing this week, trying to come back this week for your home game against the Cardinals?
Yeah, we'll see. Mary Kay, he's fighting like crazy. He'll be back when he's ready.
Good.
Okay, thanks guys.